Got them. Good morning. Luna came down with me. Cute. Cute little girl. Cute little girl. This is a sweet girl. Steve left for Japan a few days ago, so the dogs know. They know something is up. I am leaving as well within the week. It's sweet that she came down with me. As I alluded to, I would like to showcase repurposing saw blades. I have a lot of them, as I think many people do that have a sawmill. So the particular blades that I grabbed underneath my shed this morning were blades that they no longer manufacture. They're like, say for example, I don't know exactly the count, but let's just say they're 161 teeth and they only produce 162 tooth blades now. So there's no point in adjusting the sawmill back and forth that much. So I have probably like 8 blades sitting under there that are reusable, but it's not really worth it for the adjustment on the mill. So I'm going to use them as decorative elements within this fort. I have a plan and I'm going to tell you about it. Something else I wanted to do to the stove was add something to the bottom. I felt like it got too hot with the tin just sitting on the plywood, and any kind of spacer that I was thinking of, like a metal washer or something that can withstand heat, but that also doesn't transfer heat. I couldn't think of anything else except stove gasket. So I bought some stove gasket and just made little coaster type things and stuck them underneath there so that there's an airspace, and I don't think this will transfer the heat to the plywood. I think the plywood is fine, but it certainly got really hot. Okay, so my idea, it's hard with the light. The light is everything is backlit, so it's dark in here. So I'm gonna do my best. What my plan was to trim out the windows with the blades. And that way there's kind of a match to the rusty tin backsplash. The light is just a struggle in here. One of the other challenges I have had in trying to think of how I'm going to execute this is that it's backing onto foam. That's one problem. The other problem is that this stuff is really, really, really difficult to drill holes into. I have used saw blades before decoratively. I've made a sign, into a circle. I did my window on my shed, the shed that I made on the cliff. I've also done it on my sawmill shed to kind of trim it out a little bit. So I've used it before, I've drilled holes into it. It's possible, but it's just difficult. And so because I didn't really have I don't really have something to screw it into because the back is foam, I'm trying to think of how I can secure them in place. So I grabbed these tiny little L brackets and I thought I would just glue them, Gorilla Glue them to the brackets and then screw the brackets into the studs. That's kind of what I've come up with. I'm gonna try it and see if it works. Block that window. Okay. I was thinking I was going to be able to tuck this in, make it flush with the window, and get a screw in against the stud. But I actually don't think I can get a screw in. So then I was like, how am I going to secure this? So that basically I'm just going to glue the blade to this bracket. But then I think I'm just going to end up having to glue the bracket to the stud as well. As I'm doing this, I'm realizing that I actually didn't need to buy the metal brackets because Gorilla Glue can adhere to wood, obviously, as well as metal. I was thinking I needed to do metal to metal, but what I could do as well, or what anyone could do, just in case you guys are wanting to do something like this and you're in the exact same scenario as me, is just put little blocks of wood in here and then glue the blades to the wood. You'd have to glue the wood in too. I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting, like, at least one anyway, one of the brackets to stay while it dries. So I put a clamp up there with a piece of wood to try to hold it. That part's done. I'm gonna let the glue dry, go up and enjoy the sunshine with the dogs, and I'll probably come back down when it's dark. we could do hemlock infused ice cubes. Now here's a question. I'm looking at the pattern of the blade, of the tooth and the gullet, and I wonder if I should have made it so that it was all the same, so it was the way that the blade was, right? It's not. I kind of have them both. I have the sides matching and top and bottom alternating. But, I mean, I guess I'm splitting hairs here at this point. But I'm just sort of wondering, should I change up the pattern or do the same? Really was just trying to pick the best rusty side. Just temporarily tossed up in a circular way, like following the pattern of the blade. Does that look any different? Better or worse? Try not to screw it up all the time. Oh, that's too tight. You never trusted tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day, and here for the final reveal. I actually already came down here once with the dogs just a little bit ago, took them for a walk, and before that I just took them for a walk. We're just trying to soak up the sun as much as possible. I'm not gonna lie, I have my reservations if I was gonna like it or not. I sort of was like, oh, I hope it's not gonna look tacky. I think as long as I stick to just doing what I did and then no more blade inside, I think I should be okay. Outside, I can add some stuff, I think, but let's see what it looks like. Shit, I just burnt my sleeve. Oops. I wanted to get that fan off because I feel like that fan is really loud. Anyway, it's done. Everything looks pretty good. There's a few little nails that I need to still pull out because I can't get it out with the hammer. I need some needle nose pliers or something. What do you guys think? I like it. I can't say that I fully love it, only because I know I would have loved for the more sort of antique look if I'd have just gotten some nice wood, what's it called, like trim quarter round or whatever. Some sort of routered, nice quarter round, painted it white. I think that would have looked the nicest because it's seamless, it matches the windows, it matches the paint. This is like a distracting look, a little bit more rustic, eclectic, masculine, but I did it because I wanted to do something unique and I feel like I accomplished that. Let me know your thoughts. One more thing I was actually going to talk about was the Gorilla Glue thing. So if you're going to use Gorilla Glue like me without any type of gloves on, just be aware that that is what is going to happen. I have tried everything to get that off my fingers and it will not come off. The glue is stuck. I've tried acetone, actually paint thinner. I have paint thinner in here. Let me try that. But anyway, it's so funny because this will stay for days. I remember this happening to me before. It's so bad that I can't even use my fingerprint to get into my computer. It doesn't accept my fingerprint, so don't say you got the idea from me.